Hello again. We are back over here for Ice Hockey POV, the show where we take a look at various hockey memorabilia collectibles over the years from my collection. In today's video, I wanted to showcase these 2010-2011 Stanley Cup Playoff Heroes cards, published by Panini via the Score Playoff Heroes label. Let's take a look at this class of cards over here. Obviously, this isn't a complete set. It's just one page worth of cards that I've got assembled over here. And for me, a guy who grew up in Vancouver, British Columbia, obviously, these Canuck cards are a sight to behold. And that Stanley Cup Finals series between the Canucks and the Boston Bruins will forever live in infamy in my own brain. We got some Tampa Bay cards here as well, because the Lightning were on an absolute heater in that playoff run as well. They ended up losing in 7 games to the Boston Bruins in the Eastern Conference Finals. That Game 7 was a 1-0 game. The winner would have faced Vancouver in the finals itself, and obviously we all know what happened after that. But these are the cards that we have on this one page. You have Nathan Horton out of the Boston Bruins, Ryan Kesler out of the Vancouver Canucks, Patrice Bergeron out of Boston, followed up by Alexander Burrows, Roberto Luongo, and Kevin Bieksa from the Vancouver Canucks, plus Dwayne Rollison and Michael Ryder, Teddy Purcell. They round out the bottom row here of this sheet. What I love about these cards over here, these 2010-2011 Panini America cards, is that every one of these moments is well documented on the back. You have a full write-up as to what the moment refers to and what these players were ultimately able to do. For example, there's a write-up about Ryan Kesler going beast mode against the Nashville Predators in round 2. There's a write-up on Kevin Bieksa scoring the Western Conference Finals clinching goal in Game 5 overtime versus the San Jose Sharks. There's a conversation here on Roberto Luongo under siege by a desperate Sharks team in Game 5, ending up saving 54 of the 56 shots that he had faced. And then, of course, there's Alex Burrows, who scored the Chicago Game 7 overtime goal to allow Vancouver to exercise their demons and advance to round 2. Taking a look at some of these other moments over here, Teddy Purcell capped his first playoff appearance with some outstanding play, registering 5 goals during Tampa Bay's 3 victories, including 2 each in Game 4 and 6, and the winner in Game 1. This was a really strong performance out of Teddy Purcell in that 3rd round series. Michael Ryder's moment is a little bit more low-key, but still a super impressive one, where he ended up dropping to his knees, making a glove save on Thomas Plekanec, stealing the shot and steering it away from Andrei Kotsitsin to deny the Canadiens. This was in round 1. And then Dwayne Rollison, an absolute stud goaltender who really stood out for Tampa Bay in this run. He was super old. He obviously had experience going to the Stanley Cup Finals with Edmonton, but he ended up almost getting there a few years later with the Tampa Bay Lightning. These Vancouver Canucks moments will obviously stand out to me as a Vancouver Canucks fan, just remembering what Luongo and Burrows and Kesler and all these guys were capable of doing. The Boston cards, obviously these hurt to take a look at, especially since they ended up winning. And looking at the cards themselves, they have a really nice format to how they're presented over here. You've got Score on the top, Playoff Heroes on the banner, and then a lot of the players, they actually overlap on top of the Playoff Heroes text. That's a really nice subtle touch, before adding the logo of the team underneath and the nameplate, plus that Stanley Cup Playoffs logo from 2011. So with that said, if you have any memories from the 2011 Stanley Cup Playoffs, Feel free to let me know in the comments, how do you feel about these hockey cards? What are your thoughts on the moments, the actual events of the playoffs themselves, and anything else you want to talk about in regards to 2011 Panini hockey cards? Let's hear it in the comments section below. This has been Ice Hockey POV coming to you live, checking in with some more hockey memorabilia. I'll see you in the next one.